Questions without notice? On a point of privilege, we normally don't, because you resolved that on Wednesdays you don't raise points of privilege. It will have to be done tomorrow. You can't break your own rules.
But you promised him yesterday, Mr. Speaker, please.
Yesterday? I promised him. No, was it not on a point of notice of motion? No. I approach the chair. I approach the chair.
It was just the list of ministers that had not come that I prepared. Remember, I've been going on with this.
You go by this list here for today.
No, but this is the list on the other day when they did not come.
You have to do this list. This is why I say, sorry.
This was the list on the...
This is why I said you need to see the...
So I...
Keep that. That's what you are going to use.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker.
Good afternoon.
My apologies. I'm late.
Okay.
I'm now the chairman of National Constituency.
Oh,
I was attending a preparatory meeting for the Parliamentary.
okay. No, that's fine. Right. Questions without notice? Questions without notice? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Honorable Priscilla Moyo. Honorable Priscilla Moyo.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Priscilla Moyo, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Please, go ahead.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm not ready yet. Can I just...
You are not linked.
I'm still preparing my gadget. It's not working.
Right. You are not ready. Honorable ministers in the front, you are too close to each other. Please. There's a lot of space that side. Right. Honorable Karuma Zondo. Honorable Karuma Zondo. Is he there? Not there. Honorable Togarepi. Followed by Honorable Dr. Mashakada.
Can I go ahead, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Move.
Are you linked?
Where is the link? Hello, thank you. Honorable Speaker, mbunzo wangu uri kuenda kuna Minister of Health kuti hurumende inourongwa hwakadii kuti marua hospitals edu ange aina machiremba.
Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister.
Ndinotenda Honorable Speaker ndinotenda member nemubvunzo wamabvunza wekuti hurumende unorongwa hupi hwokuisa machiremba kuma-rural hospitals. Policy yehurumende inoti iyo ndeyekuti iyo tinoda kuti machiremba asvike kwese kwese, kutangira kumazvipatara zvikuru zvakaita sana Parliamentary neHarare neMupilo, toenda kumaprovinsi yese kwatoda kuti kusvike vanachiremba vanonzi maspecialists vatiri kutrena vatovako kune zvimwe zvipatara. Madistrict hospital mazhinji anana chiremba, asi tiri kuwedzera uwandu hwavo neavo vakaspecializa zvimusei zvekuvhiya kana zvekurapa vana kana vakadzi vane nhumbu nekuti vagobatsirwa. Tinoda kuti vange vachisvika ikoko, ndo policy yehurumende. Uyezve tinechida kuti vanachiremba ava vasagumire padistrict chipatara chete, vaindezve kumaklinika nenguva dzakasiyana siyana, vachisvika ikoko vachibatsira varwere muzvirwere zvakasiyana siyana. Tabva ipapo toda kuti maklinika asvike muvillage yatinoti ma-VHC. Vanhu vanoda kuti machiremba apota achisvika ikoko, vana mbuya nevaya vanenge vaine dambudziko rekufamba vasafamba vachifambira vana chiremba. Ndo urongwa hune hurumende. Tichange tichiita izvi nekubuda kune kuchita vana vatine tichitrena kuti vave nyanzvi dzepamusoro-soro mukubatsira vanhu. Ndatenda.
Thank you. Supplementary, Honorable Togarepi.
Shukuru kuti Minister vataura, asi nyaya yangu iri pa rural health center ine inonzi catchment area, inenge ina manesi akawanda na vamwe vese, asi chisipo ndi chiremba. Vanhu vanozotora rwendo rwakakura kana vaita dambudziko. Ndiri kuti pa rural health center ipapo Minister vari kuti vanotipa vana chiremba rini?
Point of order. Yes. Nai Honorable CHIKWINYA.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My point of order really is, the other day I said that members of Parliament must understand government policy. The ministers must respond to government policy and its implementation. Here is a policy. And the question is, why are they not there? Not to tell us they are coming or we are educating them. So it is critical that when ministers are here, they must know the policy, which we all know, but how far have they gone in the implementation of policy? That's what we expect of them. And that's why the minister must respond, not tell us how many are being trained. No, there's a hospital already in the rural. There are people dying. In terms of your policy, what are you doing to alleviate the problems of people dying? Not to tell us that doctors are coming, yet people are dying. Those who die don't come back.
Thank you. That was the import of the supplementary question from Honorable Togarepi.
Aiwa, ndinotenda Mr. Speaker mubvunzo wavo vanyatsotaura kuti rural health center zvinoreva kliniki. Handiti toda kupanzwisisa ipapo. Vana chiremba pakliniki apa kazhinji hapana mibhedha. Ikliniki yekuti munhu anenge auya anorapwa odzokera kumba. Manesi kana atadza kumubatsira vochitumira kudistrict hospital. Chinonzi hospital ndo panotangira vana chiremba, panoadmitwa vanhu. pachivhiwa vanhu, pachibetserwa vanhu. Asi rural health center ndo kliniki iri pamadamombe panana sister vanobaya majekiseni chete ezvirwere zvisina kukomba zvinoda chiremba. Apa hapaadmitwi vanhu vachigara 24 hours oro kudarikidza. So chiremba anotangira padistrict hospital achizobuda achinda kumaklinika. Saka klinika iyi kana chiremba aripo anonzi DMO anotarira maklinika iwayo, hapagari chiremba pakliniki nguva nenguva. Anoita zvekudaidzwa kana kutumirwa marwere vanenge vabva kwavabva vaine zvirwere zvakakomba zvatadzikwa namanesi iwayo. Ndatenda.
Parliamentary.
Honorable Minister, zvatsanangurwa na Honorable MLISWA, nyaya zotaura health center iyi, it was an example, health center in the elastic sense. I think the original questioner indicated that several health centers in a district, when can we get the doctors to take care of these rural hospitals with their satellite rural centers, health centers?
Ndinotenda ningi Mr. Speaker say ndo zvandiri kutsanangura kuti district hospital ndo iri ine makliniki akawanda. Kliniki idzi dzakawanda dziri kuti yavari kuti rural health center ndo kliniki. Kana tabva pakliniki atozoenda pavillage health center. Zvandiri kutaura ndezvekuti parural health center hapagari chiremba, anogara kudistrict hospital kwaanokwanisa kushandisa zvinhu zvine zviriko. Pakliniki kazhinji hapaitwi zvinhu zvakakomba, ndo panoenda vanamai vachinotora mapiritsi eBP, eshuga. Chiremba haagari pakliniki, anoigara pachipatara kazhinji chine mibhedha inodarika 10 kana taakunyatsotsanangura zviripo. Pakliniki sei iri kucholocho kana
Honorable Minister, order. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, the question is, are the doctors there? Order. Allow the Honorable Minister to answer. Honorable Minister.
Kana Mr. Speaker say, ma district hospitals mazhinji ane atinoti ma DMO nevamwe vachiremba madiki vanobva vachiinda kuma rural health centers. Kana paine kliniki kana
Order. Honorable MLISWA, you have made your point. You can ask a supplementary question. Please go ahead, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker say, ndichakumbirawo kuti munyatsoteerera kliniki nepanogara apaigari chiremba anoita zvekushanya achibva kuhospital. Saka kana paine kliniki chiremba haagari pakliniki, ndoda kudzokera panogara manesi. Kana ya village health center panogara anonzi maPCN, machiremba specialist ndombotora haagari padistrict, anogara kuprovincial. Saka ndoda kudzokera kuti district hospital ndo inounganidza makliniki kana ari 10, chiremba achiita majano ekunopashanyira kliniki kana yaunganidza varwere ndo zvaroda kudzokera kuti kliniki kana iri rural health center chiremba haagari ipapo nguva yese, anoita zvekuuya nekuronga kwaanenge aita. Mr. Speaker.
Tatenda supplementary.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Actually,
Yes.
My supplementary question arises from the original answer of the Honorable Minister. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister outlined a plan of increasing medical doctors in pursuit of achieving health towards rural health centers. Can the Honorable Minister confirm to us what we have, the circulars that we have seen, where junior medical doctors are going to be recruited through the military system?
Please help us, Honorable
Mr. Speaker, say, tinotenda member nemubvunzo wawabvunza. Zvavari kutaura kuti zvanzi kune majunior doctor acharekrutwa through the army hachisi chokwadi. Zvakataurwa ndezvekuti machiremba akanga ariko majuniors last year havana kupedza. Kune vamwe zverimwe group risina kupedza. Pane group rechitatu rapedza. Nzvimbo dzekuti vasenze vachipinde through Ministry of Health iye zvino dzakazara, asi kune vanoda vanogona kuinda through army, police kana prison, wherever kwavanoda. Anenge asingadi kuenda uko anogona kumira next year muna January kana paitawo nzvimbo munhu iye opinda through the Ministry of Health. Hakuna ari kumanikidzirwa chirongwa ichi, asi chatiri kutaura kune nzvimbo iye zvino kune space kusine nhingi manpower development kuti vapinde ikoko vanogona kuenda nekuarmy kana ikoko. Ministry of Health zvino yakazarisa vana havana kupedza vese, vari kudzokorora vakawanda nevatsva vauyavo, nzvimbo dzazara, asi hakuna ari kumanikidzwa. Anoda kumirira kusvika next year January paita space opinda, space ikaita muna April opinda, hapana anorambidzwa. Varipo ava vanopasa vamwe vachimira, ndo chokwadi chiripo. Ndatenda.
Supplementary. Yes, Honorable GONESE.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My supplementary question to the Honorable Minister is that in view of the fact that our Constitution provides that everyone must have access to basic health care. And my supplementary question to him is, does the government not have any plans to ensure that even in these rural centers, you then have medical doctors who are stationed there to ensure that the people in the rural areas can have this access to basic health care through the provision and through the situation where doctors are also available to attend to them, instead of a situation where they have to service several or up to 10 health centers, as he has indicated.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to thank the member for a wonderful suggestion. What that will entail means us upgrading rural health centers or clinics into hospitals where there will be place and space for the doctors to operate from. Because doctors need to operate and manage certain diseases. If, with time, definitely we would want people to move as little a distance as possible. So it will mean upgrading the rural health centers into proper hospitals. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary, you are the last one.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my supplementary question to the Minister is 2013, when then Minister of Health was Dr. Paranyatwa, said there were 5,000 clinics which were going to be built, and government policy was within 5 kilometers there must be a clinic with everything. What has government done to deliver the 5,000 clinics within 5 kilometer radius, even including the rural areas?
Honorable member, that's a new question altogether.
I'll rephrase.
Can you,
I'll
can you
rephrase.
reserve it? Can you reserve it?
May I rephrase it, Honorable Speaker?
You want to rephrase it?
Yes.
I thought that was a good question that should stand on its own.
It's a, I think
We'll
I'll
give
I'll-
you. We'll give
I'd
you.
rather put that in writing.
We'll give you opportunity.
The question, Minister, is education is health is a right for everyone. So is education. There are satellite schools, but there's a teacher. Well, it's a satellite school which falls under the district education officer and which equally falls under the provincial education director. In health, it's the same.
What's your supplementary?
My why is it that the satellite clinics are not getting doctors there to attend to them because of the distance? And the reason why the satellites are there is proximity and the ability, inability of the rural to get to the clinic. So it's a service that they expect. Why are they not getting to those satellites?
I thought the Honourable Minister had partially answered that. Perhaps Honourable Minister may want to expand.
Yes, thank you, Honourable Speaker. I like the passion the Honourable Member has, but I really want to make it clear. Clinics are not hospitals. Once we upgrade them, we will have doctors stationed there. Like I said, we are even going to go further and have village health care centers in villages, which will reduce even the 5-kilometer walk. But if it's a clinic, it's meant to have nurses continuously, but doctors will be visiting on appointments. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Why didn't you ask the supplementary question?
No, because the supplementary have already
No,
been finished.
the Honourable
Speaker has already made a
Minister
ruling.
has not made a ministerial statement.
No, that's very true. But there is a clarity that I
If
want
it is
to.
true, why do you want to seek
I want to seek
clarification?
clarity from the minister, Honourable Speaker, sir. He gave submissions here that
Why don't you ask a separate question and I'll give you opportunity to do so? Yes.
If you are giving me the opportunity,
I'll give you.
Can I go ahead?
A new question? No, I'm following the list here. It's Honorable MASHAKADA.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. May I start by congratulating...
Are you linked?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're linked.
May I start by congratulating Dr. Kupe on the occasion of her swearing in as the Member of Parliament and Leader of the Opposition. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also want to congratulate other Members of Parliament who have been sworn in today on the same note. Thank you, Honourable Speaker. My question is directed to the Minister of Energy. But I want to give a small background to my question. The background to my question, Honourable Speaker, says that...
We normally don't encourage backgrounds. Just go to your question.
Okay. Honourable Minister, in view of the fact that most RIA projects in rural areas have been rendered stranded assets because of the vandalization of transformers and the theft of transformers, what is the Ministry's policy towards switch to off-grid renewable projects which will avoid the vandalization of these gadgets? Thank you.
Thank you. Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. it is acknowledgeable that there is vandalism of infrastructure, electrical infrastructure. Yes, I appreciate that if we move on to other sources like renewable sources of energy, the vandalism can be reduced. But at the same time, we are having solar systems that are being installed, but all the same, there's still a requirement for the power that is being generated from the solar plants to be evacuated into the grid, especially the existing grid. So what it entails is we still have to have some mechanisms, despite the use of renewable sources of energy. There is still need for the infrastructure to be protected. But let me indicate here, Mr. Speaker, there is total sabotage that is happening, especially with infrastructure, electrical infrastructure. The kind of vandalism that is happening is not just natural, but I suspect it is happening for the purposes of reducing the economic activity in the country, and which I think it is deliberate.
Order.
What we are doing,
Order.
What we are doing as a ministry, Mr. Speaker, currently is the Zengeza Holdings is working on a system to procure some technology. Zengeza Holdings is procuring some technology that will be used to send some alerts whenever there is vandalism that will be happening with the electrical infrastructure.
Order. Honorable MLISWA, you can ask a supplementary question.
Point of order. Point of order, Mr. Speaker, Point of order.
Honorable.
Point of order.
Honorable.
Point of order.
Supplementary.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, Point of order.
Can you proceed?
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think my
point of order.
My question has not been answered. I asked about
order. There's a point of order. Is that a point of order?
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Honorable. Is it Moyo? Moyo.
Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage honorable members on your left to behave as honorable members. They should not. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, honorable members on your left should behave honorably instead of trying to reduce our ministers here. Thank you.
Thank you. Order. 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 The honorable member who is saying kusanyara ndicharegera kukunyara indokubudisa iko zvino. Honorable Dr. Mashakada.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. with your indulgence, I don't think my question has been addressed. The minister has been emphasizing on the vandalization, which was the background to my question. But he was thin on the policy of rolling out renewable energy projects in the sector. So may I crave your indulgence so that he addresses the question of the renewable energy policy.
What's the accent of your question? What's the accent of your question, Honorable Dr. Mashakada?
My question is, can the minister highlight to us the renewable energy policies being pursued by the ministry to avoid projects which are prone to vandalism in the electrification sector? Thank you.
Honorable Soda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Let me thank the honorable member for giving the correct context of his question, because I think there were two questions that were intertwined. The question of vandalism of the electrical infrastructure, I don't think that one can be addressed by use of renewable sources of energy, because like I indicated, even if we pursue renewable sources of energy, for instance, solar installation of solar systems, there is still need of evacuation of the power from the plant onto the grid until it reaches to the consumers. I think that one is straightforward. Then on the renewable sources of energy, the government of Zimbabwe has adopted a policy. I think you are very much aware that on the 20th of March this year, His Excellency launched the National Renewable Energy Policy, which was the National Renewable Energy Policy, which was launched in March, is to the effect that there is promotion of green energy as we are moving away from fossil sources of energy, like use of coal. The National Renewable Energy Policy is promoting the use of renewable sources of energy, like I've already indicated, solar energy, there is wind energy, and also hydro electricity schemes. They are being promoted. Let me speak to the issue of solar energy. In terms of solar energy, the government has said those that are importing solar equipment, the solar equipment is not being taxed when the equipment is being brought into the country. So that is actually a way by which the government is promoting the use of solar energy in the country. Yes. What I know is what the nation wants to understand, to hear from the Minister of Energy speaking, is there is a policy that promotes use of renewable sources of energy, for instance, the use of solar energy in the country, where there is duty-free promotion when you are importing the equipment for use. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable MLISWA, I thought you had asked a supplementary question. Pardon? Is that so? Right. And then Honorable NDUNA thereafter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Minister, Mr. Speaker said the country requires at least 3,000 megawatts, 500. In terms of solar energy, how much do we have to augment that? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would want to thank the honorable member for asking such a pertinent question. And the question seems to be very specific in terms of figures. But let me, Mr. Speaker, say, let me, like I indicated, it is actually very specific, but let me attempt to respond to the question. Mr. Speaker, say, it is true that the current power that is being generated is actually in deficit of what the country requires. And to that end, there is promotion for use of solar energy in the country. Yes, there is not much that has come through onto the grid currently. I think we have not more than 5 investors that have done investments in solar energy on commercial basis. Currently, what is being put onto the grid is a total of 6 megawatts from the solar investors. We call them independent power producers. They are only doing a total of 6 megawatts currently. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable NDUNA. Honorable NDUNA. Yeah, proceed. Switch on your mic. Honorable NDUNA, please time. Log in.
Mr. Speaker, sorry, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would just want to seek clarity from the Minister of Energy and Power Development in relation to the conjunction you have with the Minister of Industry in terms of revoking the copper licenses, copper trade licenses, in view of that they are the ones giving appetite to vandalism of the existing copper infrastructure, power infrastructure on it. To what extent have you gone in terms of revoking the licenses of the copper trade, which we do not have mines for and which we do not produce, which is only produced from vandalism of your infrastructure?
Honorable NDUNA, that question was asked and the Honorable Deputy Minister answered accordingly. Please check your answers. No, he was the last. Yes, okay. Thank you. Please check your answers.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, sir, on your list, I thought I was going to be first, but it looks like now I am on just complete questions.
You are on supplementary. Please take your seat. Your name is here for substantial question. Honorable Karuma Zondo. Honorable Karuma Zondo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes. What's your question, Honorable Manzondo?
Thank you. What is the Minister of Industry doing to monitor prices and access to basic commodities like cross borders? Now that we are in the COVID season, what is the Ministry of Industry doing to ensure availability of fertilizer and import substitution? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Is the Minister of Industry here? Honorable Minister, Honorable Garmanzolo, can you repeat your question, please? Switch on your, where's your gadget? Honorable Garmanzondo. Honorable Garmanzondo. You get it? You can proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
We have got your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I've just been advised that the question concerns import substitution as regards to fertilizer. Mr. Speaker, sir, what government is doing in that area is to capacitate SEBO chemicals so that they can retool and produce fertilizer that is more affordable and available to our farmers. That is the program that the government is doing. I thank you.
Yes, supplementary, Honorable Scala. Honorable Scala, where's your gadget?
Mr. Speaker, my supplementary question is, what is also government doing to promote organic fertilizer to supplement the importation of fertilizer?
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Industry, UN calls. The leader of government business will answer for you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, is a part of a whole package. What we have been doing as government is to encourage our institutions of higher learning to collaborate with industry so that we can have a cheaper, affordable, and good quality products. So the Ministry of Higher Education, Industry, Agriculture, they are working together in many areas to ensure that we come up with products that will be affordable and afford our farmers to have our high yields. I thank you.
Thank you. Honorable NDUNA, your substantial question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, my substantive question goes to the Minister of Tourism. Honorable Minister Ndlovu, in relationship to road infrastructure development in the tourism industry, what is government policy as it relates to those
tourism players who have got either their chalets or who have either their tourism facilities in the area of your jurisdiction as it relates to road infrastructure development where they have their camps?
I don't understand the question.
Mr.
Are
Speaker,
these
sir.
roads leading to chalets or what?
Mr. Speaker, sir, we have people that have leases in the tourism camps or in areas which are in the purview of the under the purview of the Minister of Tourism. What is government policy in terms of those players developing the roads that they're using to their camps? Mr. Speaker, sir, what is government?
Their camps.
To their camps.
Okay.
Yes, which they are leasing from the Minister of Tourism.
Thank you.
Am I
very
clear,
much.
Mr. Speaker?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I want to thank the honourable member for the question that he has asked. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are aware that we have infrastructure gaps to fill, especially road infrastructure that is highlighting, which we have discussed and is also captured in our tourism recovery and growth strategy, which involves quite a number of institutions within government, Ministry of Transport, TDF, as well as local authorities. All these, Mr. Speaker, say have been engaged with the view of making sure that they assist in making sure the roads are passable. With regards to national parks does not get direct support from the fiscus. They rely mostly on their revenue collections, gate takings, but also from partners who will make donations. And they are gradually rehabilitating road infrastructure. For instance, we will be commissioning one within the Hwange National Park. So with that specifically, it is a matter of availability of resources. Suffice to say that with other roads, we are working closely with other institutions like I have highlighted, Ministry of Transport, DDF, as well as local authorities to chip in to make sure that these roads are rehabilitated. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary. Honorable NDUNA.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. My supplementary question is to the Minister, would it be possible to make it mandatory for the operators in the national parks to have as a first, as a mandatory input to first and foremost rehabilitate, reconstruct, maintain and rejuvenate the roads that they use to their places of placement? Would it be possible for you to have that in the document of the agreement or a lease agreement so that we try and deal with the backlog of road infrastructure development?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I thank the honourable member for the supplementary question. Mr. Speaker, sir, this question is whether it's possible to make it mandatory. I want to believe, Mr. Speaker, this remains the responsibility of government. If the user or the leaseholder has the resources to rehabilitate, that will be encouraged. But I don't think it should be made mandatory for a leaseholder to be involved in road infrastructure. We will encourage that at all times, resources permitting on their side. I thank you.
On the point of what? On a point of order. Are you sure about that?
Yes, I wanted to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs to check on the main gate. How important to stay which way is every
Can you check on him? All right, we'll check on him. Perhaps he's just gone for a health break. Honorable Chikwinyaa.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My supplementary question arises from the need to put up infrastructure in national parks and do business, as well as the balance in promoting SDG number 15. How are you balancing the two, Honorable Minister?
Can you clarify your SDG 15?
Honorable Speaker, I thought the Minister is aware of the SDGs that...
I'm asking you to do that. I'm asking you to do that.
SDG number 15 is about life on land and the promotion of ecosystems. But I thought the Minister is aware.
Thank you for your indulgence. Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir, when I indicated I had not understood him, I want to know if he's requesting for a link between conservation and roads. I'm not getting what it is that he's asking. If you could clarify his question. Thank you.
Kindly clarify your question in terms of the original question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. There is development that is happening on national parks with regards to erection of lodges and resort centers in national parks. And you are putting up roads and therefore disturbing the ecosystem. So I'm saying, as you promote business, what are you doing in preservation of the ecosystem there? As the SDG number 15.
You got the answer. The question, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. By and large, our road network in national parks remain gravel road. We don't put tar to try and make it accessible for tourists, but at the same time, as close to being natural as possible. I think that is the concern he had. It remains gravel by and large. We don't put tar. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Honorable SIKHALA.
My question is directed to the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, in whose jurisdiction is the administrator of the Prisons Act. In relation to Section 50, subsection 5, subparagraph D of the Constitution, which provides that any person who is detained, including a sentenced prisoner, has the right to conditions of detention that are consistent with human dignity, including the opportunity for physical exercise and the provision at the state expense of adequate accommodation, ablution facilities, personal hygiene, nutrition, appropriate reading material, and medical treatment. My question, therefore, is, what is government doing to make sure that the provisions of the Constitution in relation to the conditions in our prisons at the present moment are achieved and delivered? And what is the government policy in making sure that our prisons are up to standard and not converted into concentration camps where there are no proper facilities. That's my question, Honorable Speaker, sir.
The Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, it's true that we have a constitutional obligation to ensure that we provide adequate facilities for our prisoners, a constitution that came into place in 2013. And it's also true that over the years we have had an expansion in our population with a proportionate increase in the number of prisoners in our prisons that have not been increasing. So as government, we started on several measures to ensure that we reduce our prison population. Firstly, we are on a drive to ensure that we identify land and we build new modern prisons. Secondly, we also introduced other measures to ensure that we do not send everyone to prison, like the community service, even the pre-trial diversion program for young offenders who are in contact with the law. But the main thrust that we are having is we want to build new prison facilities. Funds permitted would have started it a long time ago, but we are trying as much as possible to identify other partners who can partner with us to ensure that we improve the facilities in our prison. I thank you.
Order. Order, Honorable SIKHALA. Can you withdraw your statement?
I withdraw, Mr. Speaker, sir, but he called me a jailbird. Can he also withdraw that word? Angry and angered by statements from other people, he called me a jailbird. Withdraw that statement.
Who said that? Order. Who actually said that? Was it the Honorable Minister? Okay. Honorable TOGAREPI, if you say that, please withdraw the statement.
Mr. Speaker, I looked at his passion and I just wanted to know. I asked him a question. Are you a jailbird?
Order.
So
can you withdraw?
I withdraw.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Honorable SIKHALA. Order, can we hear the question, please? Switch on the mic. The mic.
Yeah.
Yes.
My supplementary, Mr. Speaker, said, is on the conditions. Mr. Speaker, said, Section 86 of our Constitution gives limited and unlimited rights in terms of the citizens of our country. My question to the Minister is, in light of Section 86, subsection 3, B and C, where it says that the right to human dignity is an unlimited right, put together with the right not to be tortured or subjected to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. These are unlimited rights. What is government policy vis-a-vis the assault, torture, and also the mass naked search of prisoners by prison authorities?
Honorable Minister. Your mic, please, Honorable Skara. Yes, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the honorable member for the question. And I want to preface my response by saying, Mr. Speaker, our Constitution now recognizes prison and correctional services. In other words, we emphasize that even though you were in contact with the law, once you come to our prisons, we will start a rehabilitation program of our offenders so that we bring out a different person from the one that got into prison. Having said that, there is no deliberate policy to ensure that we hold our prisoners in an undignified manner. I indicated earlier on that we have a problem of overcrowding, which is not of our own making, but it's because of events that have happened that I have explained. On the question of searching, Mr. Speaker, the honorable member is aware that we have had incidences of prisoners who may smuggle dangerous items into prison. It's something that is unavoidable to ensure that those that are entering prison will not harm innocent prisoners who are there. If we had another way, we would. That would ensure that our prisoners, as they enter, they are searched in a dignified manner. But I believe that our prison officers, they explain fully and they do it in a dignified manner because we have to do it. I thank you.
My question, Mr. Speaker, is not answered. My question to the Honorable Minister is that inmates in prisons are being assaulted by prison guards. And in light of the provision of Section 86, subsection 3, what is the government doing to stop inhuman and degrading treatment and torture that is happening on a daily basis in our prisons? And also, what I am asking him is that already inmates who are already detained and are in prison, they are asked every week on a particular day, en masse as 500, to be undressed naked and said, we want to search you. So, what is the government policy in the 21st century where people are still exposed to such inhuman and degrading treatment, where people in mass will be naked and all their body parts, including their private parts, will be open for everyone to see and say we are searching them? What is the government policy to end that inhuman and degrading treatment? And also the assault of prison inmates by prison guards.
Right. That's the clarification, Honorable Minister. Order. Order. Let's hear the Honorable Minister. Please switch off your mic, Honorable Skara. Honorable Skara, your mic. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had partially answered the question to say that our prisons are more for rehabilitation. You do not rehabilitate somebody if you are injuring their dignity. If there is a process whereby prisoners are being humiliated and being harassed, I think it's something that can be investigated with a view of correcting it, because our thrust now is we no longer want somebody who comes from prison to be to be despised by society. That word we no longer want it. We want somebody who comes out of prison to be integrated into society and to be one with us. So if that is happening, it's something that can be investigated. But our thrust now is to have a prison and correctional services that will bring out somebody who would have been rehabilitated and be able to integrate and not commit any other crime. I thank you.
Supplementary, you are the last one.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. What has the government done in practical terms in order to realize this change, this paradigm shift from prisons to prisons and correctional services? I ask this question in light of the fact that in our prisons, for example, in relation to ablution facilities, there's been no change. We still have a situation where those facilities have not been adjusted or nothing has been done. They are still being flushed from outside and people are still relieving themselves whilst in those cells. So in terms of human dignity, it appears that there has been no practical change. Even in relation to remand prisoners, when they come to court, I believe that they should be entitled to wear their own clothes, but we are still finding them coming to court just in prison garb. So I want the Honourable Minister to outline in real terms what they've actually done, as opposed to just paying lip service and just regurgitating what is in the Constitution.
All right, Honourable Minister. He has got the Honourable Minister has got the question. Yes, the Minister is back now. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Order. Can the Honourable Minister be heard in silence?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, in terms of prison infrastructure, I have partly answered that to say that our desire within the prisons and correctional service is to ensure that we build modern prisons. The prisons that we have, admittedly, they were built a long time ago and they do not satisfy the standards that are expected as of now. And I've indicated that we have taken other measures to ensure that we decongest the existing prisons, at the same time trying to secure land and funding to build other prisons. Mr. Speaker, you also realize that we also brought about the concept of open prison. We are also in the process of trying to set up an open prison for women. So because they need a space that is more freer than the male counterparts when they are in prison. So we are trying our best within the limited resources that we have, whilst pushing government to ensure that we improve our infrastructure. I thank you.
Thank you.
Asked it, which he did not answer. And it's very important if the minister would answer Honourable GONESE, where he said, why are people on remand and unconvicted prisoners being forced to wear prison garb, while they are unconvicted prisoners, while Section 63 of the Prison Act does not allow or authorize that. That is a very important question.
That aspect, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Indeed, there is a distinction between unconvicted and convicted prisoners. And the unconvicted prisoners, they can go to court wearing their own clothes. And if incidences like that are happening, perhaps what I can say is I will have to discuss with them to find out the circumstances why that is not, why what is provided for by the Prisons Act is not being followed. I thank you.
Thank you. The Honourable Minister, I'm sure, will follow up the issues accordingly, as agreed. Honourable MLISWA, you had wanted a question to the Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
The Honourable Minister has indulged you at another meeting. He had to come back.
Okay, Honourable Mr. Speaker, sir, my question is directed to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade. The mantra Zimbabwe has been open for business certainly has gone on. From a foreign direct investment point of view, which is on the ground besides the MOUs and the re-engagement process, how far have you gone and is it working?
The Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs. Is the Honourable Minister, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'd like to thank the honourable member for asking the question, particularly on the quantification of FDI into Zimbabwe, and secondly, the success or otherwise of the re-engagement process. Let me start by the second part. Mr. Speaker, sir, the re-engagement process is a process and it's not an event. And it lays the responsibility of engagement to all of us, not necessarily the Minister of Foreign Affairs alone, but even all the honourable members who are here in this House. But let me say that the re-engagement process, which has been on for some time, has seen quite a lot of successes, particularly within Europe and even within the Americas. And I've always said, before we didn't used to have any conversations with even the Americans. But now we have got conversations. And in these conversations, we are identifying areas of interest and convergence, and we still have certain areas of divergence. But in overall assessment, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would say the re-engagement process is on course to success. The second part of the question, which is the quantification of the FDI. Yes, there's been quite a lot of interest in Zimbabwe from China, Russia, India, even the Western countries, different countries. And you can actually see the trade which is now developing even between the United States of America and Zimbabwe through mechanization and support of the agricultural sector. Now, we are also seeing quite a lot of diasporians coming through and proposing and offering to come into the agricultural sector so that they can participate in the horticulture recovery plan and the overall agriculture recovery plan. The rest of the sectors are key. Just today, I was in an India-Zimbabwe investment conference, which clearly solidified the interests and of investors, and not only investors but trade, so that the balance of trade between India and Zimbabwe is in the surplus. So I can say that there is, without specifically coming up with quantifications in numbers, I would say that there's been a significant progress as regards the investments and the FDI, particularly in different parts of the countries. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And as business continues from Parliament building, our live coverage ends here. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, have a pleasant view.
No ends to rise up in the morning, I give thanks and praises to the Most High, give thanks for life. I say, Jaja, won't you bless Africa, Jaja? Won't you rise up the youth, Papa? Oh, 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 oh. Jaja, save us all. Entertainer, you are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around, Jaja. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Hey, hey. Waymaker, miracle.
makosha chene muri Zimbabwe ndemo je chinambia munopiwa na miweno tulani munyande asiti kumburuke kuti mwezi wegumi Oktoba golene gole tinokumburuka zikuluka sabwaji akale wekensa akale yejamu nezo vanhu munokumburujwa anshaji urose kuti munde muno munikwa elwaji yeri mundebo jedu janasi untungamiri weshango tate Emerson Mnangagwa barera bakati iwo kushoma parakorwa jiri ya COVID-19 mukati mwenyika ye Zimbabwe zwabuzirijwa noludo akale nokushinga pani pamwempera kwa bana be Zimbabwe.
Irwaji re COVID-19 lyarongururwa sobukukutu bwakawira mashango opasi ryose kuva nonshaji wewondo ye World War II kuva nonshaji pakatanga irwaji yeri ku Asia gore lyapera. Irwaji yeri yakabata mashango wose akale vanhu vanji vakaparara pebulawa nerwaji yeri. Kana kulingwa buwandu bwa vanhu vane rwaji yeri ishango re Zimbabwe lipo pe namba 102 kuskoti mashango ananga se United States, Brazil, India, Russia ne Spain. Amwe amashango mashanu ana vanhu vanji vakabatwa nerwaji rye COVID-19. Untungamiri washango va Emerson Mnangagwa vavashanyira iguta rebulawa ijiro bavoka makhampani amobatikana mukulwisana nerwaji yeri. Untungamiri va Mnangagwa vavoka kasa vanhu vomuno na vamwe vako kuna amwe mashango vakumushinga nesimba kulwisana ne COVID-19.
Today we had cabinet and our chairperson of the COVID pandemic task force, Honorable Chimburi, told us that the world Health Organization has ranked the countries according to how they are faring with regard to the impact and mitigation of the pandemic. Those with single digits are not doing too well. Those with double digits, again, better than those with single. But Zimbabwe goes into the 3 digits. I was told we are number 1 or 2. Am I correct? Yes. We are number 1 or 2. I feel, we as government feel extremely proud that our people, individually, as groups, as communities, as companies, as churches, as organizations, as societies, have moved and have responded to this appeal to show compassion and make contribution to fight and mitigate the impact of this pandemic.
igurukota rinopona nendevo dzinotikana kubulawayo vaJudith Ncube vavoka kubatana kwamakapo arosiyana-siyana mukumusirija chibhadhira cheekusileni nokurwisana nerwaji reCOVID-19. ungari chibhura wegapo reIM for Bulawayo rinorwisana neCOVID-19 babusisa moyo balevereka pejuru penhambo javatora zotopera kushovelera kwakatiwa nomutungamiri weshango vamnangagwa muna kuvimba yerino igore. Untobejero ntungamiri va retired General Dr. Constituency ivo vakaveri mubulawayo mumviki yapinda yopapa vakashangana nozobhadhira zonjinji nokuvona zopo zvakava kumakhampani arosiyana-siyana. Amwe makhampani atura zopo zvavo kuntungamiri weshango anoshanganisira ikhampani yeNational Social Security Authority NASA iyo yavegamirirwa anongari chibhura webhodhi yayo Dr. Cuthbert Chidori iye watura icheki ye$50 million Zimbabwean dollars kusukotungari chibhura wegapo reIM for Bulawayo unova akare unkurwana weUnited Refineries Tezivusisa moyo bati IM for Bulawayo yapa $10 million kusukoti United Refineries yapa michina yokuwachisa zuchashingiswa kuchibhadhira cheekusileni imwe igapo riokubulawayo rigamirirwa naBishop Ambrose Moyo riapa mibhedha 40 nemibhedha 5 kuchibhadhira yechi pamwe mpera nokurya. Tezi mlondolozi nkomo bokuHow Mine bati ikhampani yavo yakachazubhorani zosanozwatanga kushinga nokuvigisa magesi emari inosvika pe$20,000 United States dollars zuntolo zoEdgar's Nevo zukamirirwa narumbidzai mabvungure zoapa matebwe namaketen anosvika 300,000. Tezi vakmariya vekamirira vanhu vechihindu vapa mametress 100 namapilo. Ikhampani yeTrega ikamirirwa naTezi Martin Work bati vakarungisa jemba jokubhikira kuekusileni hospital kusukoti maikaji Catherine Sibanda ekamirira chikoro cheNational University of Science and Technology NUST bapa mibhedha 50 ikhampani yeBok Gas ikamirirwa naTezi Edson Pajka wati ikhampani yavo inobona kuti igasi inoshingiswa kuchibhadhera ipo mushango ryose. Ibhanka yeCBZ ikamirirwa naDr. Blessing Mudavano yapa $1 million ichashingiswa kutenga mibhedha kuekusileni hospital. Bato bajeri bontungamiri weshango vaviri vanoti retired General Dr. Constantino Chiwenga vanova akare gurukota rinobona nozovuchiro nokulerwa zobhodo kwavana naComrade Kembo Mohadi ungari chibhura wegapo reInterministerial Task Force rinolinga nerwaji reCOVID-19 vaComrade Opa Muchinguri Kashiri makurukota eCabinet navakuruwana vahurumende vaveripo pegubungano yeri.
Tendera mberi mukati mwendebo jedu. Teach ZIYAMBI unova iyo unoleberekera lutabi unobona nokuna kwevula panu pamwemperana mamiriro okuje unoleba eti iye ivula inji zikuru kukasa akale inatumparanganda inondera mberi ina kujina nosukano mugivero.
tichitarisa mamiriro ekunze kubva nezuro kusvika nhasi taona kuti nzvimbo zhinji dzinenge dzatiwanei tumvura apa napa. Yakawanda yakawanika mune dzimwe nzvimbo dzemuharare, ndingade kupa muenzaniso fanika selogan park yakaita 27, kugweruwo yakaita 19 mm, then pajoshua mklabuko airport pakaita 16 mm. So ndomvura dzataona pane instruments yedu kuti tione kuti mvura yanayo yakamira sei. Sezvinei mvura iyoyi yatati yatiri kutaura ZHEMU sokutaura kwandati yati wandei nzvimbo dzakati apa napo, kunyanya nzvimbo dzedzi dzatinoti high veld or watershed ndopa yanyanya kuwanika. Tichitarisa mazuva ari kutevera aya tinoona kuti mvura yedu tiri kutarisa kuti ichanaya nhasi nemangwana, kunyanyanya nzvimbo nguva dzemasikati zvichienda kumanheru. Asi takuona kumafriday uko tinoona kuti kana kuti musi wechishanu tinoona kuti nzvimbo zhinji dzinenge dzakuti dererei pamvura, zvichireva kuti kunenge kwakutanga kupisa zvakare. Saka mvura iyoyi vazhinji kuti varimi vanogona kuti totanga kudyara here, asi chatingade kukurudzira ndechekuti onai kuti nzvimbo dzenyu dzine unyoro hwakaita sei. Zvakare mune mvura yakafanana neyekudiridzisa here yatinoti pachirungu irrigation, nekuti chinowanzoitika ndechekuti kupisa kunogona kunyanyisa zvokuti mvura iyoyi kati mweya iyoyi watinoti moisture unogona kuevaporata, izvo zvinogona kukonzeresa zvakare kuti mbesa dziome. Asi ngatiiti isusu ticharamba tichingotarisa kuti kumberi kwakamira sei.
Vanambia vakati gara wakavyala kudenga akuna nsango. Vanorera ing'ombe mushango yegutu vamukumbira kuti hurumende vavigira akale bulongo abo kulima bedirira kutira kuti vetubule akale kulima bedirira chikafu cheng'ombe javo.
Makole wose kana ivura ili nshoma balimi bokumaswingo vanososhangana nobukukutu bokushayiwa machelero. Yozo zinosota kuti balimi banji belondote buhwa bw'eng'ombe jabo kutira kuti jisibulayiwe nezhala. Pamwe vanosopejera chavengwina muhobodo betenga kulya kwechuma nokudya kwebhamba rinososhangana nedunu yeli bagali bakumbira kuti ngana wachiwa zubholane kwatangwa zulongwa zokulimwa kudirirwa nokubika kumbali minda ichashingiswa samachelero chete. Nokudya kwaushomeka kwevula bagali basalira kubika kumbali unshaji wokunuisa ing'ombe kuzubholani zinoshingiswa nabagali kuteka ivula sezomadamu okunuisa chuma akakoma.
Kana mvura ikangona chete zvinhu zvese zvinoita zvakanaka. Hapana chimwe chendingamboti chipi. Nekuti kunaya kwemvura ndokuguta kwedu pamwe nenyaya.
Unoshingira kumaofesi eAgritex mudunhu remaswingo Tezi Aaron Muchazivepi wati bugalo bwemwenezi chivi pamwe mphera nechiredzi ndiwo kupepe ngozi huranakasa bokushomeka kwevula namachelero. Zvichakadaro kutaja balimi kuti belime zulumwa zunanga sevelvet pakati kozumwe zvichashingiswa samachelero echuma kana buhwa bwapera. Vamwe balimi vatanga kupiwa zulayidzwa zokulima zulimwa yozo zuchabhanja kasa kuchija chuma chavo kana kuli nebhamba. Ing'ombe jinokosha kasa
Komiti kunokuzalo shanto zikurugurukasa akale nolubimbo kokutanga kale komwaka umpya.
Kananu ekwendenda muguta rebulawayo majubano unobona bubodo bamaloba ejakaranda sezo uli nshaji wonti yoyu majubano. Miti yose inazo inoleva ku bantu banji akale miti ejakaranda nebo inazo inoleva ku bantu. Iguta rebulawayo na chimwe chitalada chakapiwa izina lyokuti Jacaranda Street. Kuna vamwe miti wejakaranda chitondejero chokutanga konshaji wechilimo kubana vechikoro kutanga kwa maluva onti wejakaranda kunoleva kuti vanhu valotanga kukwala ikwejo chokupera kwegore.
Khuma nge-spring sikhuma ngendawo kabulawayo enhle ngingabheka kahle uzozibona izihlahla zide ziblomile siku-spring senza izinto ezimnandi ezihle.
Bashoza ukuthi maybe lo nyaka singaba lokulizulu lathi sidleni sibe lenala ngiyajabula kakhulu.
Abanye bethu siyazijabulela ukuba khona kwazo masisihlobisile so basho ukuthi izulu seliseduze. Siyesikolo sithi singabona amajakaranda ehluma so sisiwazi ukuthi sesiyisikhathi sokubhala esengama-grade 7 kuya sokutshengisa ukuthi sokufika isikhathi sokuthi izulu line.
Miti yamajakaranda inososhantirwa kasa nabanji pasiri yose zokuti vamwe vanosota makubungano anowi majakaranda festival chinova chitondejero chokukosha konti umbodo ali.
ishango lye Zimbabwe lekawana unu mwempera wakati siyano kudakerwa jiri COVID-19 mujuba ya jiro yozo zwakabuza kale buwandu wa banu batisiyane rwa jiri kusuka kumazana maviri ana banu makumi maviri na bashanu bana bana 229 ya mawi akabiswa jiro akale no rutabi no bonano zo buchiro nokulera akale kubodo kwa bana beti akale unu mwempera watisiyayo watisiya kuva mkati mwedunu lye bulawayo Lutabio bakendera mbere akale nkozibisa kuti kuna akale bantu banasuka iyo 15 bana babiri 17 bakabatwa akale nerwa jeri akale umwempera wabantu iyo wakabeva akale ku Botswana umwempera eva ku South Africa 15 beri bantu benyika yeno ye Zimbabwe kunano unshaji kunowe akale bantu bakumundira mbere be wana akale kuchira kuva ku rwajeri chikamu chasuka iyo ku 81.3% yozo zova kuleba kuti bantu bachira akale kuva ku rwajeri barwana banasuka iyo ku 6414 bantu bakabatwa irwajeri panono unshaji mukati mwenyika yedu ye Zimbabwe buwandu bwasuka iyo pe 7915 tingine munozo mizano Besana akale bama warriors be Zimbabwe mviki noja unsi wa 11 mwezi wa 10 barolingirijwa kunozana unzano wabo obukwaina nenyika ye Malawi kana hurumende aba ilamuri yokuti besana aba benyamuke kukulingisa mkati mwenyika ye Malawi yeji jaji indebo je chinambia ndo witulani munyandi musosoroke kuruwaji ya COVID-19
Nani? Aisi mari yopo mari chipoko. Awasi dead. Aisi mari kwetu masiti ndani. Masiti ndani.
Ndapiwa na dedike.
Usatambile futhi chipoko. Chipoko.
Kwa nditi sheni sasa.
Murubatirana pabhiza mwana uyu. Pabhiza chiko mwana ndiyamba nokujera baba seipamba. Pemuchiita iko. Inini mukadzi mukuru ndingashandise pechenzari. Kwa mwana anyari kuite abuda nemurume wake ngemuzona. Peshi. Enda mumba. Ye pechenzi dzokoshenisa. Peshi. Ambuya wako ndiani? Saka indiri chicha. Chimbuyo zvacho.
Dedzeni nayo kamba. Mukatondedza nayo kamba motoshinga kubata.
Aiwa munenge mapara moto.
Wozokiya vadziri mtauni.
Travel laboratory jana ki jatrapa makalle mela Sotho lena ke khanyilo astole re papa jari ke no Montreal Studios motsengwa de khosene de khoskhadi rena me re tsena ho jona Meetapele wa lefatshe Comrade Emerson Nangakwa a re tsenello le thuso e ngata o jwa ho batshwarisi ya bo ba faruaneng ke yona e seno thusang gore palo ya batho ba tshwarang ke bolwetse ba COVID-19 lefatsheng e se ke ya ba le o nnamela le ka o feta a re mokweng meetapele
Sali lefatshe ka bophara la shebana le bothata ba ntwa ya mafatshe ya bobedi ya World War II Aliesu o kopana le bo bongwe hape bothata ba ho feta ho tshwana le bona kante ha twatsi ya COVID-19 o tswa e thoma o bonala setjhabeng sa Asia o feleng ha ngwaha o fitileng twatsi e bile e phatlaletse ho mangwe mafatshe ka bophara ke madimabe o re lefatshe ka bophara le lahlehetswe ka batho ba fetang milione e nngwe hape le batho ka moka ba sotleha ka bothata bo ya aka dipalo ja lefatshe ka bophara ka kgang ya mabapi le twatsi ya COVID-19 lefatshe la Zimbabwe le balwa o re le 102 hare mafatshe a hlaboloileng o nka bo United States, Brazil, India, Russia le Spain a ho nomoro tse 5 tsa mathomo moetapele wa lefatshe Emerson Mnangagwa ka la bobedi o rile se a se konoji ya la fela kanako a kopane le di-company je lesome ja toropo ya Bulawayo di lenga ja tshwarana hore dilwane le twatše di ka fase ha hloho e reng IM for Bulawayo hape di thusa ka tšhelete le ka dithudu ho tsoseletša sepatela sa Ekuseni Medical Center sona se bileng ore se tla berekiswa ho alafela batho ba neng twatše le tše dingwe dipleke tša bookelo di bong mo karolong. Moetapele Mnangagwa o ile a bontšha o tota ho bereka ka thata ha setšhaba sa Zimbabwe a re seo se dile ore twatše e ska ba le maatla.
Today we had cabinet and our chairperson of the COVID pandemic task force, Honorable Chimburi, told us that the World Health Organization has ranked the countries according to how they are faring with regard to the impact and mitigation of the pandemic. Those with single digits are not doing too well. Those with double digits, again, better than those with single. But Zimbabwe goes into the 3 digits. I was told we are number 1 or 2. Am I correct? Yes. We are number 1 or 2.
Moetapele ha koka a bua fele ka batho ba mo hae mara batho ba bonkante ha lefatshe le bona ba berekile ka thata.
I feel, we as government feel extremely proud that our people individually, as groups, as communities, as companies, as churches, as organizations, as societies have moved and responded to this appeal to show compassion and make contribution to fight and mitigate the impact of this pandemic.
Mohulwane wa lefapha la mmuso karolong ya Bulawayo Mohlomphehi Judith Ncube o ile a tota le yena o tshwarana ha batho ulwaneng le twatše ka ho tsoseletša sepatela sa Ekuseni. Motshwarisutulo wa kopano ya IM for Bulawayo e lwanang le twatše ya COVID-19 Busisa Moyo o buile ka mananeo ba snwadi yang o tswa moetapele a ba kopa ka kgwedi ya Hlakubele mo ngwaga. Mothusi wa moetapele retired General Dr. Constituency Chiwenga nne le yena a toropong ya Bulawayo ka beke e fetileng a etela dipleke tša bookelo a supentšhwa le dineo di dilweng ka dikhampane. Je dingwe dikhampane di supentšitšeng moetapele dineo tša tšona di ba la bo National Social Security Authority NASA ine e emetšwe ka moholwane wa board ya yona Dr. Cuthbert Chidori a ileng a nea cheque ya tšhelete e lekanang 50 million Zimbabwe dollars. Motshwarisutulo wa IM for Bulawayo Trust a bong hape moholwane wa United Refineries Ntate Busisa Moyo o rile ba se no kgona ho fumana tšhelete e lekanang $10 million ha re company ya United Refineries e tsenetše le yona ya neela ka metšhini ya go goba ya pleke ya bookelo.
O sa le jalo ba lekgotla la ja o fetoa ha boso ba Meteorological Service Department ba re go netebello ya go nna ha pula e ngata o ya tshwarela mokibelo gape pula ena o tlo itla ba itleje ka sialoma le o hadima yo a re kweng yo a leng gore ke yena seboi sa lekgotla lena Ntate ZIYAMBI a re jwetsa hangata ka se.
Tichitasa mamiriro ekunze kubva nezuro kusvika nhasi taona kuti nzvimbo zhinji dzinenge dzatiwanetu mvura apa napa yakawanda yakawanika mune dzimwe nzvimbo dzemuHarare ndingade kupa muenzaniso fanika seLogan Park yakaita 27 kuGweruwo yakaita 19 millimeters, then in Joshua Mkabuko airport pakaita 16 millimeters. So ndomvura dzataona pane instruments yedu kuti tione kuti mvura yanayo yakamira sei. Sezvinei mvura iyoyi yatati yatiri kutaura ZHEMU sokutaura kwandati yati one day nzvimbo dzakati apa napo kunyanya nzvimbo dzedzi dzatinoti pa high veld or pa watershed ndopa yanyanya kuwanika. Tichitarisa mazuva ari kutevera aya tinoona kuti mvura yedu tiri kutarisa kuti ichanaya nhasi nemangwana kunyanyanya nzvimbo nguva dzemasikati zvichienda kumanheru, asi takuona kumafriday uko tinoona kuti kana kuti musi wechishanu tinoona kuti nzvimbo zhinji dzinenge dzakuti dererei pamvura, zvichireva kuti kunenge kwakutanga kupisa zvakare. Saka mvura iyoyi varimi vanogona kuti totanga kudyara here, asi chatingade kukuridza ndechekuti onai kuti nzvimbo dzenyu dzine unyoro hwakaita sei, zvakare mune mvura yakafanana neyekudiridzisa here yatinoti pachirungu irrigation, nekuti chinowanzoitika ndechekuti kupisa kunogona kunyanyisa zvokuti mvura iyoyi kati mweya iyoyi watinoti moisture unogona kuevaporata, izvo zvinogona kukonzeresa zvakare kuti mbesa dziome. Asi ngatiti isusu ticharamba tichingotarisa kuti kumberi kwakamira sei.
Risa shebile jona jauna hapula vadrule ba mona ba toropo ya Bulawayo ba re ba bile ba bone kganya e kgolo jaka ba bile ba kgona hore ba khelle metsi ba boloke o latela o thoma ha ona hapula o majaji a mmalo a fitileng.
Re thabile ka mata pula ina re bona pula ina ra thaba ka mata ka hore namle ra tsula maphedi ra loka ra khumana matsi so matsanala a re thusa ka mata kona re flasha ka ona namle ra tswa re thapisa re watcha dikubo ke jodi tate thane bile sa tseba go watcha di watchije dikubo ka tam ka matsi ka pula shwa re shwa modimo ka ba ni runa ra khumana pula ye inji ra khumana matsi ni ditamo ja rena ni jona ja khumana matsi.
O sa le jalo ba kgolegwa ba senotuta kudu boetapele ba Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services ka go kgona gore maja mananeo a bona ka tshwanelo ka mo ba ba thusa gore ba tshireletsege bolwetseng ba COVID-19.
Mo prison re phile nako e tella golo ka re ke na le 2 years and ke tshiletse le ntho tse le ntši gagolo mo prison and re ne re thusa gagolo ka gore re kopana le ba tsa le many friends and then re na le nako ka weekend re kopana le la sala ne khona go kopana le msala ha le bana ba ha ba le bona then mthela ne isi ne ra re ntse re batho ba philang and then watla disease ya COVID-19 ke na re tsengile haholo ka gore ba bile ba kwala le visitors and then ba kwala le mageng a mantši re na le mageng a khawas ne re le geng garden rena sports ne ra ira ka weekend but dire tsela tsele di tsaletse so ke yona ntho re ya iskitsa botlhoko haholo but prison era a ba tla ira msala makgao ka gore ba rile phone re khone phone la batsali le ba utere batho ba phila na go hae le re khone ba le friends ta tse dintsi jale a ke ntho re thusitse haholo mo phileng ka ntho ya lefone.
Kana se ke sona gape sebaka sa go tala ga mmala wa dithunya ja mere wa Jacaranda o bong gape tsopentšho ya gore go seno thoma sebaka se sentšha ka go nkgabiso ya dithunya jena e bile e bonala e impepeneleng ga ngata ditalateng ja ditoropo.
Mablumo a sehlare sa Jacaranda staratreng sa toropo ya Bulawayo seneng lena la sehlare se a dia o re go be botse dihlare ka moka le ne tshupo le sona hape sehlare sa Jacaranda. Toropo ya Bulawayo ine le seterata sa lena la sehlare se Mablumo a Pebble le Blue a fumanea a no tlalatla fase mo Jacaranda Avenue alia o re pata e ibe botse batho le bona ba sepela ho yona ba ituta
khuma ngesprings khuma ngendawo kaBulawayo enhle ngingabhekabheka kahle uzobona izihlahla zihle ziblomile sikuspring senza izinto ezimnandi ezihle.
Bashoza ukuthi maybe lo nyaka singaba lokulizulu lathi sidleni sibe lenala. Ngiyajabula kakhulu.
Abanye bethu siyazijabulela ukuba khona kwazo mazisihlobisile so basho ukuthi izulu seliseduze.
Hulayang likolong o bluma ha jacaranda hora ungwala ha lihlahlobo. Sehlare sa jacaranda ke sehlare se sebong sa setjhaba sa Afrika mara sena jalo fela hape se di litropo jengata libe butsi.
Siyesikolo sithi singabona amajacaranda ehluma so sisiwazi ukuthi sesiyisikhathi sokubhala esengama-grade 7 kuya sekutshengisa ukuthi sokufika isikhathi sokuthi izulu line
libathu mafatshe ka bophara ba se rata hape ba se keteka a ho makatse o re sehlare se a ketekwa ka mekete e thweng ke le jacaranda festivals.
Re sa tswela pele ka jona ditaba jwale re sheba ja diphapadi mo ileng gore moraloko gare ga sehlopha sa mogae sa bolo ya maoto sa di-Warriors le o tshwarana ga sona le sa ko Malawi toropong ya Blantyre ka di 11 ja kgwedi ene o sa lebeletswe gore o tswelle pele ka me go nne kganya le tebelo e kgolo ya gore mmuso kana wa dumela go sepela ga sona sehlopha sa mogae. Baratwa ka seo re seno feta mafelong a jona ditaba ja rena ja ka jeno go tswa go nna Khanyile Sithole le sehlopha sa Keno Montrose sa lang ha botse le gopole gore molaetsa sa le wona gore re itshireletse nna le wena bolwetseng ba COVID-19 re le ka gape gore re lwane le bohloko ba peba ya matswele ha ibe khotso.
Maswera se muri Zimbabwe tiri kusangana panguva yenhau. Zita rangu ndinonzi Patience Machokoto. Tiri kuno kuma studios ePockets uko Highlands muguta reHarare. Munyaya yedu yekutanga mutungamiri wenyika Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa vakumikidza imwe wadi yevarwere pachipatara chezvishavane pamwe nemba inogara vasikana pakore chinodzidzisa mabasa emaoko yezvishavane Vocational Training Center. Comrade Mnangagwa vagashirwa kuzvishavane nemutevedzeri wavo Retired General Dr. Constantino Chiwenga avo vanovezvegurukota rezveutano. Wadi pamwe nemba yevasikana iyi zvakavakwa kubudikidza nemushandira pamwe hurumende neimwe kambani yezvemigodhi. Hurumende inoti nechirongwa chekunzvera budiriro iri kunzwa nechirongwa cheTransitional Stabilization Program muzvikamu zvakatsaukana zveupfumi sezvo chichapera kuitwa gore rino. Vachitaura kumapoka akatsaukana vari kubhindura mutevedzeri wegurukota rinoona nezvenyaya dzemari nebudiriro yeupfumi Comrade Clements Chiduwa vati chirongwa ichi chakakosha mukuona kuti mabasa angafambiswe sei. Ngativanzwei vachitaura nemutapi wedu enhau Wellington Makonese.
Ine TSP yedu nevision 2030 zvinhu zvataona zvakanyanya kukosha imining neagriculture. Asi kumining zvinhu zvatiri kuita sehurumende iye zvino kuti kune vari kudivire gold vaya vanofana kukwanisa kuti vakatengesa gold ravo votengesa vari panzvimbo imwe kunova ndiwo masenders aiitwa nehurumende kuti kunofana kuva neanonzi magold centers. Saka magold centers aya ari kuuya achabatsira small scale miners edu kuti vakwanise kuti vakaita gold ravo vanorotengesa panzvimbo imwe tichivabatsira nezvekuseenzesa madhamba ekuseenzesa mamachines ekuseenzesa zvose zvinenge zvichiwanikwa panzvimbo imwe. Zvose izvi zvinotibatsira kuti zvinobuda kugold uku zviende kufidelity asi maminers edu vachikwanisa kuwana zvavanosevenzesa panzvimbo imwe. Kunyaya dzeagriculture tinoramba futi tichisapota asi chatiri kutarisira ndechekuti mining neagriculture ngazvive izvo zviviri zvinotipa mainputs zvinotipa hwaro hunopinda muindustry nokuti kana tikadaro tikaita isisu kuti tagadzira zvatagadzira zvose tozviita value add kureva kuti towedzera kukosha kwezvatagadzira zvichiitwa muno munyika ndo yatiri kuti iyo nechirungu domestication yemavalue system value chain system. Saka tinotenda kuti izvi zvose izvi ndo zvatinenge tichitarisira kuti NDS ndo inenge ichizvigadzirisa tichienda mberi takananga kuvision 2030.
Mvura yakanaya munzvimbo dzakatsaukana dzenyika yarerutsira vagari vekubulawayo avo vange vava nemasvondo akawanda vasina mvura. Regai tinzozvizere munyaya inotevera.
Panguva ino vagari vekubulawayo vari kupedza nguva zhinji vasina mvura. Kunaya kwakaita mvura kwaita kuti vamwe vateye mvura pamarata edzimba dzavo.
Sithwala nzima ngamanzi kwesinye isikhathi ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngitshone ingela even onokunatha ngiqonda ukuyocela khonapha lapha inhlezi la ukuthi ngicela i5 liters yamanzi ukuthi ngithole ukuthi nginathe. Siyathatha amabhaketi lawo awethu esifakela amanzi okunatha siwafake lawo, sithathe la amabhaketi okuwatshela siwafake lawo ukuthi sithole amanzi okuwasha lamanzi okuflasha lawo okunatha amanzi siyawathatha njalo siwafake ezindlini sizowasebenzisa ukunatha ngoba akusela ngenye indlela.
Rithabile mata pula ina re bona pula ina ra thaba ka mata ka gore namle ra tshula maphedi ra loka ra khumana matsi so matsanala a re thusa ka mata kona re flasha ka ona namle ra tswa re thapisa re watcha dikubo ke jo di tate thane bile sa tseba go watcha di watch je dikubo ka tam ka matsi ka pula.
So ngalala vele ukhonqolozele khona ngimbona ngathi kungcono kakhulu just because amanzi sewuliduba likhulu kakhulu. Sithi izulu amanzi angabuye usuku uthatha amanzi lawane kanjani uyigcwalise ifake ngale endle at least kungcono that ukuthi abantwana bezesebetshona kona ngale sokuze inkulumo ezinengi esibhoranini akulunganga vele.
Kushomeka kwemvura madamu anowanisa guta iri mvura kwakonzera dambudziko gukutu remvura, izvo zvakaita kuti hurumende izoita chirongwa chekukweva mvura kubva muzvisipiti zvekuNyamanjilovhu ichienda kuBulawayo. Vanhu vakawanda vane chivimbo chekuti mvura zhinji iri kutasirwa kunaya mwaka uno wezhizha icharerutsa dambudziko iri sezvo vamwe vakatorasikirwa nezvipfuyo nekuda kwekushaya mvura.
Varimi vekumaruwa kwaGutu vari kukumbira hurumende kuvabatsira kuvamba zvirongwa zvemadiridziro kuitira kurima huswa nedzimwe mbesa dzinogadziriswa chikafu chemombe.
Gore rega rega kana mvura isinganayi zvakanaka, varimi vekumaruwa kunyanya kumasvingo vanowanzotarisana nedambudziko rekushomeka kwemafuro. Asi zvakadaro kunyange vamwe vakavamba chirongwa chekunganza huswa hwekupa mombe dzavo, vazhinji vari panguva yakaoma. Ndokusaka vari kukumbira hurumende kuti vabatsire kuvamba zvirongwa zvemadiridziro.
Vakakwanisa kutipawo masidzi wayo tikakwanisa kurimawo chiposheni chinokwanisika kuti kana chikange chaibva tokwanisa kuzopawo zvipfuwo zvedu.
Kuchinja kwemwaka uyu watakutarisana nawo gore rino zvinoda kuti dei nyangwe hurumende yapindira pakuchinja kwemwaka iko kuno kuti vanhu havangashaya kutorarama sei zvese neng'ombe.
Atambura zvikuru nenyaya yemwaka uyu, chikafu uye ng'ombe. Izvezvizvi taimbopa majanga taakutodzitemera miti.
Nekuda kwedambudziko remvura, vanhu vari kutopanana mukana nezvipfuyo kuti vawane mvura pazvibhorani zviri panzvimbo dzavanogara.
Kana mvura ikangonaya chete zvinhu zvese zvinoita zvakanaka, hapana chimwe chendingamboti chipi, ndokuti kunaya kwemvura ndokuguta kwedu pamwe neng'ombe.
Vakafanira kubata chigaro chemukuru wemudhumeni kuno remasvingo vaAron Mutare vanoti nharaunda dzakatarisana nepfumvu yemvura ndedzinoti Mwenezi, Chivi neChiredze. VaMutare vari kukohomedzazve varimi kumaruwa kurima zvirimwa zvinoshandiswa kugadzira chikafu chemombe kuitira munguva yekusanaya zvakanaka kwemvura. Vamwe varimi kuMwenezi vakatodzidziswa kurima zvirimwa izvi. Mombe dzakakosha zvikuru kuvagari vekumaruwa sezvo dzichishandiswa zvakanyanya mumabasa ekurima.
Makomiti edare reparamende anoona nezvemapazi akatsaukana ehurumende pamwe nemakurukota emapazi aya vari kuyambirwa kutevedza mitemo inosungirwa pakuendesa magwaro emashandiro avo. Nyaya iyi yakakurukurwa mudare reparamende nezuro. Regai tinzwe dzimwe nhengo dzeparamende dzichitaura nezvezvimwe zvakataurwa mudare iri.
Ini ndinoda kuti kuchema nekutambudzika kweconstituency nemhuri yavo kunofanirwa kuti vanyaradzwe nesu semamembers eparliament, sesu separliament, nekuda kwokuti ivo kana vakarasikirwa isusu takatonyanya. Gwanza nevende rakasara pamhuri harife rakagadzirika, asi kana huri utungamiri hunogona kutsvagwa huri humwe. Asi kunetsa kwazvinoita ndekwekuti zvimwe achazouya ipapo anogona kutadza kutungamira nekumiririra kwavanga vachiitwa kwavanga vakatarisira kune uyu asisi tinaye.
Ube nginanzelelisa ukuthi kathandi ukukhuluma izinto ezingani ziyamchiye khudumala kumbe thukuthele. Ube nginanzelelisa ukuthi ngathandi kwenza izinto ezimchiya engani uyakhefuzela uyabe engani ngasezwa kuhle lanxa lixoxa nje ube ngumuntu ongathandi inkulumo ezingani ziba lolaka kakhulu kuye ngoba enakekela impilo yakhe
yelakuni engetela riti lingahoshiwa ekuri malembe 10 umuntu akhuma pension atalisile ina engeri bandla asifanele kuyitsama hasi ihluta timhaka engeteto ku loko munhu aza avuya eParliament.
Vakuru vezveutano Bulawayo vari kuyambira veruzhinji kuti varege kurasa muswe kana kuvarayirwa sezvo denda reCOVID-19 risati rapera. Mukuru wepachipatara cheMupilo Profesa Solwayo Ngwenya vati Zimbabwe nedzimwe nyika dzepasi rese dzichiri kurwisana nedenda iri, naizvozvo vanhu ngavarambe vakangwarira. Ngativanzwei Profesa Ngwenya vachitaura nemutapi wedu wenhausifiso Sivanda.
Coronavirus ulokukhona kuthiwa ipandemic nesikhiwo. So ipandemic izahlala eminyaka emibili ikhona khona. Asila vaccine kathesi. Yikho nxa kungela vaccine vele ngumkhuhlane okhona njalo khona uzabuya ngoba abantu abasalaleli into ekhulunywayo. Abantu abasalandeli ama-regulation afakwa nguhulumende awe-COVID, i-lockdown. Abasagqoka ama-mask, abasayesabi i-coronavirus, sebesondelelana bephefumulelana bengavalanga amakhala nge-mask. Yikho lokho kuyingozi enkulu kakhulu. Njalo kathesi ngibona i-coronavirus ezabuya ingabe ingani ilosindo olukhulu ukuthi i-coronavirus bebelokhu beyesaba njengoba khona kukhanya sakhuluma ngakho kudala. Nje akathesi i-coronavirus yangikhona ngikutsho isibuya isilamandla amakhulu. Yikho kathesi abantu njengoba bengazange bevaccinate, abazange bephiwe vaccine, kutsho ukuthi vele lokhu ingabahlasela ngasikhathi sinye njalo begule kakhulu. Yikho kubayaxwayiswa ukuthi kathesi yikho kumele bayesabe kakhulu i-coronavirus.
Munhau dzemabhizimusi, mutungamiri wesangano reConfederation of Zimbabwe Retailers CZR vaDenford Mutashu vati vana muzvinabhizimusi vasiri kutevedzera zvakatarwa nebhanga guru renyika maererano nekuchinjwa kwemari pachishandiswa urongwa hwebhanga iri vasiyane neukoronyera hwavari kuita. Ngatinzwei vaMutashu vachitaura nemutapi wedu wenhau Davison Vandira nezvenyaya iyi.
Idonzvo ratakaparura uye tiri kuenda mberi tichizivisa vemabhizimusi nyika yose kunyanyanya vezvitoro kuti kana vachitara mitengo yavo ngavatarise kuti vaisa here mutengo unoenderana neexchange rate, inoenderana nomusika wemari yekunze wakaparurwa nehurumende iyo inonzi foreign currency auction system. Izvo zvinoita kuti pasawane kundyiridzerwa kwevatengi uyewo vatengi vazive kuti mari iri kuwanikwa pamusika uyu handi mari yedu isusu vemabhizimusi, imari iri kutobva pakunge vamwe vatengesa zvinhu kunze kwenyika, ma-exports. Saka itoti imari yeveruzhinji. Saka hatifaniri kuti isusu tiite undyire. Vamwewo ndo vari kuti pavanotenga zvinhu zvavanogadzirisa zvinhu kuna South Africa vanotengawo kumadzikambani eshamwari dzavo kana kuti kumakambani avanenge vari mukati imomo. Chinhu chinenge chichinzi chinoita kana kuti ma-raw materials anonzi anoita kana kuti $40, unoona vachiiswa mutengo kana kuti we$80. Zvinoreva izvo kuti paitika muchirungu inonzi transfer pricing. Saka undyire ihwohwo kubira nyika, kubira voruzhinji. Saka kurudziro yedu isusu seConfederation of Zimbabwe Retailers tiri kuti isisu vemabhizimusi dai waro tose taedza kuisa mitengo yakaringana uyewo mitengo inoenderana nedonzvo riri kuenderera mberi kwokugadzikana kuri kuitika upfumi hwenyika. Mukatarisa mitengo yanga yakaterama kubudikidza nekuti mari yekunze foreign currency yakuwanikwa pamusika uyo wakaiswa nehurumende kubatsiridza vemabhizimusi vaichema kuti mari yainetsa, mari yaiwanikwa pamusika mutema. Musika mutema waurawa, taakuwana mumwe musika mutema urikuda kugadzirwa nevane undyire mukati memusika wechokwadi wagadzirwa nehurumende.
Mune zvemitambo, sangano renhabvu reZIFA rakurudzirwa kuunganidza vatambi nekuvarongera nzendo kunyangwe dzekunze kwenyika kunoita gadziriro yemitambo yeCHAN iyo ichaitwa gore rinouya. Kurudziro yaitwa nemumwe muongorori wenyaya dzezvenhabvu Kudzai Chitima. Ngatimunzwei achitaura nemutapi wedu weNhauskilda Makona.
Ndinotenda ndinotarisira kuti ZIFA yakanga yataura iyo kuti iri kuda kuti iedze kugadzira yatinoti tournament inenge ine matimu ese panzvimbo 1 vachitamba vachionekwa. So ndinotarisira kuti if they can do that zvinenge zviri nani. Maplayers akauya panzvimbo 1, makocha aripo panzvimbo 1, tinokwanisa kunge tese tiripo, then tiona kuti ndeupa ari kukwanisa kuselecteka ndeupa ari kukwanisa kuselecteka. Even though zvakaoma hazvo nekuti nyika ino hatina mari, iyo ZIFA yacho iri kunetseka mari nenyaya yeCovid yakadai yatinayo mazuva anaya. Nyaya yenhandare inyaya iri kutetsa because sezvo kafu yakanga yataura kuti nhandare dzedu hatisati dzakumita mastandards anodiwa. So nekuti muZimbabwe muno hatina, ndinofungidzira kuti vanokwanisa kunge vakungotora vakomana vovaendesa kune mafacilities atinoziva mamwe ari nani kuti vange tichingoona vakaita nge maybe vana Harare International School Yada Stadium where we just go there vobva vanotraina kuti tione kuti ndeupa ari nani anokwanisa kunge achikutamba ndeupa akakwara. Asi kana zvakaoma zvakadaro, kana ZIFA yakanga yachikwanisa kunge ichiwanawo mari, inokwanisa kutraya kutora vakomana yonovaisa kukembi kune imwe nyika, kune imwe nzvimbo yekuti vanoonekwawo vachitraina kuti tikwanise kubuda tine chikwata chinogona kunobudirira kuCameroon next year.
Tabva tangosvika kumagumo enhau dzedu dzezuva ranhasi muchimirira indava kubva kumastudio eMontrose kuBulawayo.
Ndingalithona njani ke salamukela kuzindaba siyabonga uPatience Lonobu ngokusinikeza izindaba ngolimi lwesiShona. Kundaba zethu zalamhlanje umongameli welizwe Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa usesungule ukusetshenziswa kwenye indlu yezigulane esibhedlela seZwishakane. Umongameli welizwe uye wasungula njalo ukusetshenziswa kwenye indlu yokuhlala ekolishini yeZwishakane Vocational Training Center. Efika eZwishakane uComrade Mnangagwa owamukelwe ngumsekeli wakhe uRetired General Dr. Constantino Chiwenga. Kolunye udaba amakomiti edale eParliamentary abona ngenhlangothi zikahulumende ezitshiyeneyo kanye labaphathintambo bakhuthazwa ukuthi balandele imithetho elawula ngokuhanjiswa kwengwalo ezifaka indlela abangabe besebenza ngayo. Lolu daba lukhulunywe ngalo izolo kudale labaphathintambo. Okwamanje ake sizweni amalunga edale eParliamentary ekhuluma.
Iprogram leyi iprogram ekahulumende eyokuthi sibe sikhuluma labahlabezulu bakuma provinces wonke elizweni. So namhlanje silapha eBindula sixoxa ngendaba yeTSP ukuthi iTSP vele yafakelwana ngohulumende ukuthi abantu bezisise lokuthi okuhlunga abantu yikuphi kuma economic reforms ku program kahulumende naleyo kadinga ukuguqula inotho yelizwe. So esikubambisise kakhulu lapha central ukuthi i-economy yalapha ibanjwe i-mining le agriculture. So kulima lokugebha inotho yiwo ama-activities esingathi aqakatheke kakhulu. So uhulumende ku-mining nxa sikhangela ngendaba yegolide uhulumende ule program ekufaka ama-gold centers azancedisa ama-small scale miners wonke ukuthi bakwanise ukuthengisa i-gold labo ngentengo ephezulu lokubancedisa labo le-equipment eyokuthi bakwanise ukwenza ama-mining activities abo ngoqobo. Ku-agriculture uhulumende ulenhlelo ezithile kulohlelo lePfumvutsa abanye bathi iGanjompo ilamabizo amaningi amanye singwakhohlwa but uhlelo sibili oluqhakathekileyo oluza phakamisa i-program inhlelo kahulumende eyokuthuthukisa abalimi bonke eZimbabwe.
Uxoloke lo obekhuluma ngomnumzana Clive Mpambeli obona ngokuthulwa kwembiko ugatsha lwezemali lokuthuthukiswa komnotho ekhuluma ukuthi uhulumende ulawa amaqhinga awathathayo azakwenza kubonakala imisebenzi yentuthuko eqhutshwa inhlanganiso ye-Transitional Stabilization Program. Sesikhangela kolunye udaba izulu eline kundawana zonke zelizwe seliphephise abantu bakobulawayo abakade sebehlala bethwele nzima bengelamanzi. Asizweni kosilandiselayo.
Ngesikhathi ezinye indawo kobulawayo zihlala phose amaviki amabili zingatholi manzi, izulu elinileyo selibone izakhamuzi zakobulawayo zikhongozela amanzi.
Sithwala nzima ngamanzi. Kwesinye isikhathi ngiyakwazi ukuthi ngitshone ngingela even ukunatha ngiqonda ukuyocela khonapha lapha inhlezi la ukuthi ngicela i5 liters yamanzi ukuthi ngithole ukuthi nginathe. Siyathatha amabhaketi lawo awethu esifakela amanzi okunatha siwafake lawo. Sithathe la amabhaketi okuwatshela siwafake lawo ukuthi sithole amanzi okuwasha lamanzi okuflasha. Lawo okunatha amanzi siyawathatha njalo siwafake ezindlini sizowasebenzisa ukunatha ngoba akusela ngenye indlela.
Rithabile ka mata pula ina ri bona pula ina ra thaba ka mata ka gore namle ra tsula mapheri ra loka ra khumana matsi so matsanala a re thusa ka mata kona re flasha ka ona namle ra tswa re thapisa re watcha dikubo ke jo di tate tha ne bile sa tseba go watcha di watch je dikubo ka tam ka matsi ka pula.
So ngalala vele ukhonqolozele khonapha ngimbona ngathi kungcono kakhulu just because amanzi sewuliduba likhulu kakhulu. Sithi izulu amanzi angabuye usuku uthatha amanzi lawane kanjani uyigcwalise ifake ngale endle at least kungcono than ukuthi abantwana bezebetshona kona ngale sokuze inkulumo ezinengi esibhoranini akulunganga vele.
Ngenxa yokwehla kwamanzi emadamu wanikeza ubulawayo amanzi amaningi akhona asevaliwe okuyinto yafuqa uhulumende ukuba alungisise indawo yenyamandlovu aquifer ukuze idolobho lele liqhubeke lithola amanzi. Izulu elikhangelelwe ukuna lonyaka seliphendukise amathemba kuzulu wakobulawayo ukuba amanzi angenela hathi kuphela kobulawayo kodwa labagcina izifuyo besezisifa ngenxa yokuswelakala kwamanzi.
Abalimi bemaphandleni koGutu sebekhuthaza uhulumende ukuba abancedise ngempahla efunakalayo ukuze bangene ekulimeni ngokuthelezela njengendlela yokuqeda indlala elizweni kanye lokulimela izifuyo ukudla. Asizweni kabanzi.
Minyaka yonke ngesikhathi kungela sizulu njengenjayelo endaweni eziningi zemaphandleni eMasvingo abalimi babhekana lodubo lokuswela ukudla kwezifuyo ngoba utshani buyabe sebuphelile emadlelweni. Loba nje abanye besenelisa ukugcina utshani ukuze inkomo zidle ebusika abaningi nje bathwele nzima. Ngenxa yokwanda kwendlala kulesi sabelo abalimi bacela ukuba bancediswe ngemtshina edonsa amanzi isebenzisa insaba zelanga kanye lempahla yokulima ngokuthelezela lo mhlaba uzabe uqondane lokulima ukudla kwezifuyo. Amanzi asilela kulindawo okuyinto esibone abantu bayabelana amanzi akhona lezifuyo.
Kana mvura ikangonaya chete zvinhu zvese zvinoita zvakanaka. Hapana chimwe chendingamboti chipi. Nokuti kunaya kwemvura ndokuguta kwedu pamwe nemwe.
Osaphethe isikhundla sokuba isiphathamandla se-Agritech esabelweni seMasvingo umnumzana Aaron Muchaziwepi uthe iziqinti ezibalisela iMwenezi, iChibi kanye leChiretsi yizo ezisebunzimeni obukhulu. Ubuye wagcizelela ngendingo yokuba abalimi bafundiswe ukulima izilimo ezifana le-velvet kanye le-dolly-cost beans eziphathisa kakhulu ngesikhathi sendlala. Abanye abalimi eMwenezi sebeqalisile ukuthola izifundo mayelana lokulima ukudla kwezifuyo kusithi abanye babambanele ezinye inhlanganiso ekulinyweni kweLucen.
Esikhangeleke ngodaba esike saluthinta lapha amakomiti edale eParliament abona ngenhlangothi zikahulumende ezijiyeneyo kanye labaphathi intambo abakhuthazwe khona ukuthi balandele imithetho elawula ngokuhanjiswa kwengwalo ezifakaza indlela abangabe besebenza ngazo. Lolu daba lukhulunywe ngalo izolo kudale labaphathi intambo. Asizweni ke bekhuluma.
Yini ndinoda kuti kuchema nekutambudzika kweconstituency nemhuri yawo kunofanirwa kuti vanyaradzwe nesu semamembers eParliament. Sesu seParliament nekuda kwokuti ivo kana vakarasikirwa isusu takatonyanya. Gwanza nevende rakasara pamhuri harife rakagadzirika, asi kana huri utungamiri hunogona kutsvagwa huri humwe. Asi kunetsa kwazvinoita ndekwekuti zvimwe achazouya ipapo anogona kutadza kutungamira nekumiririra kwavanga vachiitwa, kwavanga vakatarisira kune uyu asisi tinaye.
Ube nginanzelelisa ukuthi kathandi ukukhuluma izinto ezingani ziyamchiye khudumala kumbe thukuthele. Ube nginanzelelisa ukuthi kathandi kwenza izinto ezimchiya engani uyakhefuzela, uyabe engani ngasezwa kuhle. Lanxa lixoxa nje ube ngumuntu ongathandi inkulumo ezingani ziba lolaka kakhulu kuye ngoba enakekela impilo yakhe.
Yela kuni engetela riti lingahoshiwa ekuri malembe 10 umuntu akhuma pension atalisile ina engeri bandla asifanela kuyitsama hasi ihluta timhaka engeteto ku loko munhu aza abuya eParliament.
Iziphathamandla zempilakahle kobulawayo sezixwayisa umphakathi ukuba angayekethisi kunhlelo zokuvikela kumemetheka komkhuhlane we-COVID-19 ngoba akawukapheli. Isiphathamandla sesibhedlela sempilo Sikhwica Mfundo Solwayo Ngwenya uthe ilizwe kanye lomhlaba wonke jikelele usaphakathi kokulwisana lomkhuhlane lo, ngakho akufanelanga abantu bayekethise ekuzivikelekeni. Asizweni ke ekhuluma.
Coronavirus ulokhu khona kuthiwa i-pandemic nesikhiwo. So i-pandemic izahlala eminyaka emibili ikhona khona. Asila vaccine kathesi. Yikho nxa kungela vaccine vele ngumkhuhlane okhona njalo khona uzabuya ngoba abantu abasalaleli into ekhulunywayo. Abantu abasalandeli ama-regulation afakwa nguhulumende awe-COVID, i-lockdown. Abasagqoka ama-mask, abasayesabi i-coronavirus, sebesondelelana bephefumulelana bengavalanga amakhala ngemask. Yikho lokho kuyingozi enkulu kakhulu. Njalo kathesi ngibona i-coronavirus ezabuya ingabe ingani ilosindo olukhulu ukuthi i-coronavirus bebelokhu beyesaba njengoba khona ukukhala sakhuluma ngakho kudala. Nje kathesi i-coronavirus yangikhona ngikutsho isibuya isilamandla amakhulu. Yikho kathesi abantu njengoba bengazange bevaccinate, abazange bephiwe vaccine, kuthi ukuthi vele lokhu ingabahlasela ngasikhathi sinye njalo begule kakhulu. Yikho kubayaxwayisa ukuthi kathesi yikho kumele bayesabe kakhulu i-coronavirus.
Umkhokheli wenhlanganiso ye-Confederation of Zimbabwe Retailers CZR umnumzana Danford Mtashu uxwayisa somabhizimusi abangalandeli imithetho ekhuthazwa libhanga le-Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe ukuthi baxekane lobuqili. Ake sizwe umnumzana Mtashu ekhuluma.
Idonzo ratakaparura uye tiri kuenda mberi tichizivisa vemabhizimusi nyika yose kunyanyanya vezvitoro kuti kana vachitara mitengo yavo ngavatarise kuti vaisa here mutengo unoenderana neexchange rate, inoenderana nomusika wemari yekunze wakaparurwa nehurumende iyo inonzi foreign currency auction system. Izvo zvinoita kuti pasawane kundyiridzerwa kwevatengi uyewo vatengi vazive kuti mari iri kuwanikwa pamusika uyu handi mari yedu isusu vemabhizimusi, imari iri kutobva pakunge vamwe vatengesa zvinhu kunze kwenyika, ma-exports. Saka itoti imari yeveruzhinji. Saka hatifani kuti isusu tiite undyire. Vamwewo ndo vari kuti pavanotenga zvinhu zvavanogadzirisa zvinhu kuna South Africa vanotengawo kumadzikambani eshamwari dzavo kana kuti kumakambani avanenge vari mukati imomo. Chinhu chinenge chichinzi chinoita kana kuti ma-raw materials anonzi anoita kana kuti $40, unoona vachiiswa mutengo kana kuti we$80. Zvinoreva izvo kuti paitika muchirungu inonzi transfer pricing. Saka undyire ihwohwo kubira nyika, kubira voruzhinji. Saka kurudziro yedu isusu se-Confederation of Zimbabwe Retailers tiri kuti isisu vemabhizimusi dai waro tose taedza kuisa mitengo yakaringana uyewo mitengo inoenderana nedonzvo rekuenderera mberi kwokugadzikana kuri kuitika upfumi hwenyika. Mukatarisa mitengo yanga yakaterama kubudikidza nekuti mari yekunze foreign currency yakuwanikwa pamusika uyo wakaiswa nehurumende kubatsiridza vemabhizimusi vaichema kuti mari yainetsa, mari yaiwanikwa pamusika mutema. Musika mutema waurawa, taakuwana mumwe musika mutema uruda kugadzirwa nevane undyire mukati memusika wechokwadi wagadzirwa nehurumende.
Sesikhangela-ke ngezemidlalo enhlanu sobona ngezenguquko kuleli izifa isikhuthazo ukuthi ibuthanisa abadlali kanye lenhambo zokuya kwamanye amazwe ukuyalungiselela imidlalo yeCHAN yona ekhona ngomnyaka ozayo. Linkuthazo yethulwe ngenye ingcishi kwezenguquko umnumzana Kudzayi Chitima asimzweni ekhuluma.
Ndinotenda ndinotarisira kuti zifa yakanga yataura iyo kuti irikuda kuti iyedze kugadzira atinoti tournament inenge ine matimu ese panzvimbo 1 vachitamba vachionekwa. So ndinotarisira kuti if they can do that zvinenge zviri nani. Maplayers akauya panzvimbo 1, makocha aripo panzvimbo 1, tinokwanisa kunge tese tiripo, then tiona kuti ndeupa ari kukwanisa kuselecteka, ndeupa ari kukwanisa kuselecteka. Even though zvakaoma hazvo nekuti nyika ino hatina mari, iyo zifa yacho iri kunetseka mari nenyaya yeCovid yakadai yatinayo mazuva anaya. Nyaya yenhandare inyaya iri kutetsa because sezvo kafu yakanga yataura kuti nhandare dzedu hatisati dzakumita mastandards anodiwa.
Sisiziphethe lapha-ke izindaba zalamhlanje kodwa siqhubeke sikhumbuzana i-COVID-19 kayikahambi, so asiqhubekeni siziphatha kuhle, sigeza izandla, sigqoke ama-mask, singahamba okungafanelanga ukuze sizivikele emkhuhlaneni we-COVID-19. Lisale kahle.
Hello? Dude, United on fire. United? Rashford is unstoppable. Tell me you have DSTV, Eddie. Do you know that I get more than 20 live matches on any given week from the best leagues in the world? La Liga, Serie A, the Champions League, the Premier League. Oh, what about that? Do you have Premier League?
No, we don't have that.
Eddie, if you're going to spend your money, spend it on the best football in the world.
Get the world's best football when you get DSTV.
Dembelembe munsamusyuka dembelembe munsamusyuka dembelembe munsamusyuka dembelembe. Kalumba kapatiroko twaswanana ainokuziwa kwasunu ku program yesu imisobano ya Chitonga. Tulalangisisa imisobano dembelembe. Alimu mukutugwasisa ukuthi twende ZHEMU akumvisisa imisobano oyu tulapedekeza alimu kubakulana besu ibapati bamisa Adamu Mudenda ibatabumbabo ibatatusindikize ulwano ilwa musobano dembelembe munsamusyuka dembelembe.
Musobano dembelembe bambi barabuza uti dembelembe chabachinyamai dembelembe chambai dembelembe ndisinabyo ndino bati ngyanintalisho yomu mubuzuzigizigidwe kandi muguzulira bwalyo bikuti musobano otegwa dembelembe munsamu usalala kulikatwa wamba kuti munsamu usalala cho chino chitegwa chasalala ferenga chabotakale boti kwategwa munsamu na munsamu achigwa na munsamu achidu vetu waba munsamu chaba chintu ichigwasya buginda mubusirisi kuti kwati muntu wachisamute ngati wanyana munsamu wamwe mwamyonga mwita wanyana munsamu wamwita so tatwa kuti dembelembe munsamu usalala tulo wamba imusobano usiriga tulo wamba musobano ugonderezya tulo wamba musobano upa izyandene izyiyo izitukwasizya atukabone uti musobano oyo sobanwa buti musobano usobanwa abachigula ko uti ivana bachisimbi abachirombe niba usobana chibalangisisya muri demberembe ninzi tojana uti tuli mugwamba uti demberembe musamusa na uti demberembe musamu abembe demberembe musamu abale mbani bembe